And hello, lovelies. Welcome back to Mama G Gear. It's Mama G here, and I'm going to show you some needle felted pumpkins that I've been working on, and some ghosts. And I crocheted a few pumpkins. They're not finished yet because I have to put the sticks on and all that, yada yada. And a few other maybe wet and needle felted items that I have made in the past. Okay, so basically this little pumpkin here, I needle felted this last year, and I did dye the fiber and needle felted the whole, whoop-de-doo, the whole thing. I know it looks really super tiny because it is, and just for those of you who don't understand the concept, to make this, you got a pretty big size amount of wool, and you keep poking at it with the felting needles and till it gets tight. And yeah, it's a lot of poking. I'm being careful with how I word that. So anyway, so that's one that I did last year. Excuse my fingernails. I went to close a window and a couple nails snapped off, and that one broke. Like you care, but still, just in case you notice that some are long and some aren't. So anyway, these that are on the Tunisian crochet hook with those things, clothespins. I wanted to do this on camera to see if this worked. So I needle felted these the last few days. They do take a little bit of time, and made the little, needle felted the little stems. Gosh, where are my words? And then left long chunks of fiber. And so what I did was with hot water and soap, I tried to kind of pull and wet felt the little fibers, and then twirled them around on either side along the Tunisian crochet hook, trying to make a spiral. I don't know if it's going to work because I've never done this before, so I figured, let's film it in real time here. If you hear things falling, that's just the monster cat that we have here, the kitten. He was up here and he may come back. He just loves to be involved in everything I do. All right, so let's see if this worked. I hope I'm in camera. Okay, now how do I get it off of here? Oh, I didn't think of that. Let's see. I really didn't. This was not what I thought. I thought I could just slide it off, but I forgot that there's a hook at the end. Can I? Oh, all right, let's see if this one worked. Yeah. I don't know if it's focusing for you. That looks cute. So there's the little stem and the little curly Q. Oh, all right, so that did work. And I won't bore you with all of them, but let's just try another one. Oh, that one came right off. So there's little tiny guy with the little curly Qs in his stem. Yeah, so it did work. So I'm really happy about that because that was an experiment. Like that. So I'm going to set this aside just to show you what else I've been doing. Let's get rid of those. These are not completed yet, but they're little needle felted ghosts. And I haven't really figured out or thought about how to dress them up in their completeness. And this little stuff here is just parts of the pad. I have a black pad that I poke into, and it's kind of old. I really need to get another one. But anyway, so these are some of the little ghosts that I've made. Yeah, that's Lapithecus. And I might make some that have an elastic type thing that you can hang maybe in your rear view mirror. So if it's elastic, you can pull it around your rear view mirror and have them hang. I know in a lot of states it's illegal. And I did the air quotes again, which I do them incorrectly. But anyway, so I'm not quite sure, maybe make a keychain or an earring. I don't know. But anyway, those are those. And let's get this rolling. And then I've crocheted a few pumpkins, and then when I walked over to let the boys out, I picked up a stick, so I will, finish these guys off. And probably now that I know that twisty felt works, I might take some of my brown and green, or if I don't have it, dye some brown and green BFL fibers and twirl them and then tuck them in. So this also will have the wet felted curly cues. So that's what those are. And I used this beautiful yarn that I got. This is so soft. Canadania. Oh, I did just a quickie here because quickies are good too. I did a tutorial on how I do these, and by the time of doing the tutorial, making the item, uploading the tutorial, editing it, yada, 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 yada. A few hours in, it's not enough room, so I had to delete some videos that were on my phone, and yeah, I deleted the whole beginning of it because it was in 2 sections. And I deleted the whole beginning, so you're not going to see that, but there's enough pumpkin tutorials. It's just that I leave the long tail and then just weave the tail in and through on either end, and I just cinch. I instead of taking it out, cutting it, tying another piece, and I just leave long ends on either side of this as I go around. And this is really a back loop, front loop, alternate single crochet, so you get a little bit more of a weavy, bumpy look. And then I just pull through, and tighten it down to give you that crunch. But most of y'all know that. So we're gonna, and this is just super uber soft. Totally loving that yarn. All right, so let's move that away. Let's move that away. This is one of the eyes. I don't know if you've seen that D from D's Creative Hands Crochet. Let me put these in the basket because I got my little blue basket with I carry it around like Little Red Riding Hood. Yeah, easy to say. But these are something I created a lot of years ago. It's the I See You flowers, and they're little flower petals with eyeballs. This part of it is wet felted. Here's another one. This part is wet felted. Again, most of the fiber that I've used in these are fibers that I've dyed myself and then put them out and wet felted them. And then I wet felt it and I make this shape of some sort and then needle felt an eyeball inside of them. And this one here is really just to rest on a table or something. And I have several, but these need to be, they've been just thrown in a plastic bag. So they're kind of, folded and bent and crimpy, but I could spruce these up. It shouldn't be a problem. But here's another one. I've got a few of those. And I also, if you had seen on D, it was the Alpacachino box that I sent her. I threw a couple in and she loved them and kept them, which is fine. That's what they're there for. And here's one, don't have the needle, the leaf, but again, it needs to be spruced up. So it looks kind of disheveled, and it is, because like I said, it's been sitting in a bag all just crunched up and tossed around. But this has wire in there, and then I wrapped the stem and kind of poked it and attached it to the back of the flower. And you could stick this anywhere. Well, it would hurt some places, but you could put this in a planter with your other plants or whatever. But I would be careful that, wool will absorb, the water because it's a fiber. So if you're sticking it in a plant, put it along the side where it's not going to be crawling up on your flower. And then I did show some of these on the live. I'm just going to show you these quick and then get the heck off of here because you got other things to do. And I want to watch Hobby Bingo, which is coming on real soon. So I made a little duck. There's no patterns or tutorials because I made these quite some time ago, years ago. And these are just things that I was kind of messing around with and making. Put him there. And I love making the little smiley guys with different things. And I put magnets on the back so you can stick them on your refrigerator if you so choose. And here's another little silly smiley. This is the only ones I have left because I've given most of these away. And here's a little black cat, of course. I've made a few of the black cats, but they've also found other homes throughout the years. And then this one, I'm sorry, I don't mean this to be political in any sense of the term. It's just that I happened to be needle felting when an event happened. And so I did this and I made a couple. And this is, of course, after the election, and one guy won and this guy didn't. And so I drew it with a little teardrop and a sad face. And please don't do anything. It's not politically motivated. It was just, that was the time that I was needle felting. All right, so I'm also making one here just to end it off. I'm making what's left of this Super Saver, blah, 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 Derby stripe yarns I had left. So I'm going to make another pumpkin out of this color just to switch it up. And I'm using my little wooden 5.5 furls hook. And this one here is seen worst for wear. It's a teacup. And then I also have done a lot of these. This needs to be re-felted a little bit to give it back its strength. Because the more you felt it, the tighter it becomes. When it's loose like this, it tends to, get a little warped. But like I said, these were all thrown in a bag. So anyway, just a little coffee cup, and here comes Monster. So perfect timing to get off of here because he's going to be knocking this stuff all over the floor. And anyway, that's what I did, and that's what I've been doing. I've been, the little bit of crocheting with these guys. The reason I've been doing this is that I have been under the weather. I'm going to hopefully make an appointment this week. At the time of this filming, it's right almost time to watch Hobby Bingo, or Hobie Bingo, on Monday. And so I want to get off of here and go attempt to win bingo. I don't know, anybody ever win? I think Mel at Lethalia's Little Hook, I think she won something once. I got to ask her. Anyway, love you guys. Have an olicious day and an olicious week. And I will do another video of putting all the names in on the little tickets in the bucket. Like I said, I really just haven't been feeling well. As for mailing, today the post office is closed because it's Happy Indigenous, I have a hard time with that word, Awareness Day, as I would like to call it. And so they're closed today. And the man has been working till way past when the post office closes, so I can't wait for him to get home to rush to the post box. So I will get them out at some point this week. Anyway, that will, oh, look who's coming. Perfect timing, and he's coming to see Mommy. Look up here. He's coming to see Mommy because Mommy can't be very far away at any moment in the day or night because he sleeps with me. All right, but I do love it. I mean, he is the most rambunctious kitten that I've ever had, really, truly. And as you well know, for over the years, I have had numerous, in the hundreds, because I foster. So he is the most rambunctious, but he's also very intelligent. He understands no. When he's climbing in my plants and I say no, he just looks at me and walks away. And then, of course, when I'm not looking, he's back in there. But still, at least he understands that he knows. So I know he knows he's being mischievous because he knows he's not supposed to be in there. Anyway, I'm going to probably paint, and I hopefully will drop this before the auction. Just to remind you, if you're still here, thank you for being here. And the auction is Friday, October 20th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope that that's not going to interfere with anybody in California and out west. And I will do a video hopefully soon with most of the items that will be up for auction. This way you get a preview of what will be available, but there will be. I know we just had a lot of beautiful hanks of yarn from Dee, but I also will be auctioning. I'll be auctioning off some of my hanks of yarn. And as you know, with Dee's or mine, because we're not professional like Thris or Melissa, they're one of a kind because we can't reproduce the colors. So like you got to grab it because it will never happen again. So anyway, and I do have some, as Dee would like to call, fingerling weight. I just have to throw that out there. Dee, I love you. Every time she said, this is a fingerling weight, I just giggled like a little schoolgirl. All right. Love you guys. Be well. Olicious day. Really, truly bye for now. And I will see you real soon. Hey, don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe if you like, share me out. Awesome. Leave a comment. I totally appreciate it. And so does Algorithm and Annie Lennox. Alrighty. Bye-bye for now.